Gunnar O'Farrell, who unfortunately found his way up in the air and out of the water. We're talking about contact with it and how you want to float the boat. Gunnar, can you hear me over there?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, very good, my friend. First of all, the most important question is, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Very good. So you came out of it no bumps or bruises, or?
A couple bumps, couple bruises, legs got a good bump on it, but nothing I can't deal with.
So you're okay. How's the boat?
Minor damage. I mean, if it was a race weekend and they'd let me, we'd probably be back on the water tomorrow.
Very good. So I'm going to be the eternal optimist, and I'm going to look forward. So come third, fourth week in July out here for the APBA Gold Cup, you're still in.
Yeah, we will be here for the APBA Gold Cup.
Okay, next question then. What happened? Talk to me.
I'm still learning. I've been over here for a while. I haven't been by the boat but about an hour. They are finding some things that could have went wrong.
So you've been hanging out over here a lot, I noticed. That was intentional? Just staying away from the team working over there for a while?
What did Dad say when you brought it back?
He's just glad I was okay. Yeah,
That's what they always say at first.
Yeah, when we get to the shop tonight, it might be different. I might be busy for the next week or two.
So when you're okay, so you were 193, 195 miles an hour when it went over. So at that speed, what is the feeling of controlling the float? I mean, is it just your left foot on those two pedals and your right foot on the gas, or how does that work in there?
Yeah, so in our boat, we're set up with a two-pedal system for the canard.
Yep.
So it's just my left foot working those back and forth, kind of heel towing.
You heel and toe. Okay, so you just sort of rock it.
Yeah,
okay.
And then when you go into the corner, you're going to want to drop the canard to help build the air underneath.
So you push a little bit on the left pedal to bring the nose down.
It goes full left pedal.
Full left pedal, okay.
Just to drop it, to get as much as you can to hold your speed through that corner.
Gotcha.
So we were just coming down the backstretch, actually, and I was just getting ready to enter the turn when I was moving my feet around, and then that's when it just something went loose.
Yeah, no, you could see that all of the sudden things moved, like maybe something let go, possibly.
Yeah.
Because it was such a sudden, I mean, the G-force straight down, I don't even know if you remember it, but it must have been pretty extreme.
It was a lot, and then there was a little bit the other way, coming out of them and then back in them.
At some point when you look out the window and you realize you're still like 40 feet in the air.
Was it 40? I think it was higher.
Oh, no, that was like when you were on your way down. But, yeah,
there was no distance that I could tell where I was. I was just, when I landed, I was just glad I was upright.
Yeah, no, your reaction time to getting the hatch open was pretty good.
I've been told.
Yeah.
But I understand there is a latch you have to pull before you do that, and otherwise you bump your head.
I did bump my head a little bit. I did. Thought I had it, didn't have it, so...
Well, I think the important part is you're sitting here talking to us and able to laugh about it. And we're gonna get a replay up on the screen here. I think you've seen it already, Gunnar, but I think our fans that maybe haven't seen it, will get a first shot at it. But it was up at the top end of the race course, entering turn 2 up there, and here you are on the screen. Here our fans are watching. Here you are going up the backstretch. The boat looks great, and then it wasn't. And
good gosh. It almost ended up on the lid.
It almost, I mean, when it came
it.
in and it had enough forward momentum still to pull it down, it was huge.
Yeah. And by this time, you've got the lid open.
I imagine in that cloud, that lid is open.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That happened quick.
Yeah.
So one of the big questions about this whole day and everything that's going on is about this new race course. You drove on the old course out here many, many times. What about the new course? What did you think of it?
I'm a fan, actually. I like it. It's turn 1 being a lot bigger, lets you keep that speed through it. Then you come into turn 2, and it's about driving to get out of it and still keep your momentum.
I made the comment when Tanner and I were talking, I made the comment that that's probably where you went over, probably the fastest part of the race course. You're coming off this big wide turn here, so you're bringing more speed out of here than you are coming out of 2. So that's probably as fast as you were going on the race course. Am I right?
No, definitely the fastest spot on the course from what I can tell.
Tell us what your reaction is seeing that view going around. What kind of an emotion does that put in you?
There was a lot of emotion earlier. glad the boat's all right and everything.
Yeah. So you have how long before the first weekend? 2 months.
Well, we have 2 months till we're back here. Some of
Yeah.
the other guys, they're 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're 3 weeks. We're
3
down
weeks
the
before they're-
6th
Oh,
and
yeah, look how
7th.
fast that lid's open.
Yeah,
I'm
that thing
still,
popped open quick.
Still moving about 20 miles an hour.
So you've obviously done this before. Tanner's raced before. He's been in issues, and I'm sure many a crash he can talk about. Yours truly not so much, or never.
I managed to
So when
some
the
good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard drivers say on occasion that once the boat goes up, and you know you're going over and you see sky water, that's never a good view. Do you just kind of tuck yourself back in the seat and go, gee, I hope this doesn't hurt too bad?
Yeah, it was a lot of I braced with everything I had on everything I had.
I got a hunch you might feel this tomorrow morning.
I'm thinking so. The drive home's not going to be the best.
Now, okay, so we were talking about a video that sort of went around Instagram. That was the guys that launched the boat about the same speed on Lake Havasu.
Havasu, they were doing a little faster, actually.
A little faster, and just because there were so many cameras for whatever reason on from a helicopter and the ground and from other boats and the inboard, except they're wearing like shorts, board shorts, and tennis shoes. How strapped down are you in these unlimited boats? Do you keep them tight?
Yeah, we're in a 6-point harness.
And you like it to be pretty tight.
I mean, it's me, and then I got the guys above me each going with their body weight to get them down.
So you're tight.
It's a breathe out, then latch.
Okay.
So it's a breath.
And this is why.
Yeah, and those guys, they're a lot bigger cockpits, so they have more room, for... I never really watched the in-cockpit video, but I know they have more room in those boats.
Oh, the
Where
G-forces bent their heads to their knees pretty much.
Yeah, we got a right side headrest for going through the corner as well as the back, and then our dash is right above our legs, so the legs can't go anywhere.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's even in off-road racing, people tend to keep the belts a little bit loose.
Yeah.
They get the tight lap belt, but loose on the shoulders because there's a lot of moving. I didn't know with the chop in the water if you wanted it to move around, but no,
for the
you
most
keep
part,
them tight.
you want to be
locked,
glued in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, glad you're okay. Appreciate you sitting down with us.
Yeah, one last question. When we were over a couple of weeks ago, I'm not asking that one. A couple of weeks ago when we sat in your shop and I was talking to your dad, and I asked him, I said, so what did we do to the boat to make it a little quicker for the Gunnar this year? And he said he'd done some work on the bottom. I thought it was interesting when I talked to you, when you came up after the crash, you said to me, the boat was fast.
It was a lot faster than it's ever been.
Really?
I mean, we did quite a bit of work this off season to the bottom. We did some motor stuff, and now, I mean, the lap times proved it, and then the data when we went over it was high. I mean, it's like I said, 190, 195. So.
Yeah.
So you're encouraged, but I got to assume there's some disappointment. Are you disappointed going home?
Yeah, just because I know the work I have to do on the boat for the next few weeks. But like I said, it's minor, so.
Well, you broke it.
I got to fix it.
You got to fix it. Gunnar, thanks. Thanks for coming up and spending a little
Appreciate
time
it.
with us.
Thank you.
And the best part of the whole thing is you're walking out of here smiling. So thanks, bud, for coming up.